Welcome, brave language warriors, to Epic English Stories. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into something that touches every English learner's heart: the incredible power of persistence and why your journey matters more than you realize. Picture this. Right now, as you listen to these words, you're doing something extraordinary. You're not just learning a language. You're reshaping your brain, expanding your world, and building bridges to dreams you haven't even imagined yet. Every single word you understand, every sentence that clicks, every moment of confusion that turns into clarity. These are victories worth celebrating. Today, I want to share something powerful with you. Learning English isn't just about grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It's about discovering the unstoppable force within you. It's about proving to yourself that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Your English journey is your hero's journey, and every step forward, no matter how small, is proof of your incredible strength. So here's my question for you. What moment in your English learning journey made you feel most proud? Drop a comment below and share your victory with our community. Let's celebrate together. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Struggling with English doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing. Every time you feel confused, every moment when words seem to dance just out of reach, your brain is actually rewiring itself in the most amazing way. This struggle isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher, your most faithful companion on the path to fluency. Think about the last time you understood something in English that used to confuse you completely. That wasn't luck. That was your dedication paying off. That was your persistence creating magic. You see, learning English is like sculpting a masterpiece. The sculptor doesn't see failure when the marble resists. They see the beautiful statue waiting to emerge. Every chip of the chisel, every moment of resistance, brings the masterpiece closer to reality. Your journey is unique, and that's your superpower. Some learners race ahead with speaking, their words flowing like rivers. Others excel at reading, devouring books and articles with hungry minds. Some have an ear for listening that's absolutely incredible, catching nuances that others miss. But here's what I want you to remember. There's no wrong way to learn English as long as you keep moving forward. Your path is yours alone, and it's perfect for you. When you feel tired, when motivation seems distant, when that little voice whispers, maybe this is too hard, that's exactly when your character is being forged. Champions aren't made in moments of ease. They're built in moments of challenge. Every time you choose to continue despite difficulty, you're not just learning English. You're becoming unstoppable. You're developing the kind of mental strength that will serve you in every aspect of life. Let's talk about something powerful: the compound effect of small actions. When you listen to English for just 5 minutes today, you might think it's insignificant. But those 5 minutes, multiplied by weeks and months, create transformation that will amaze you. It's like planting a seed. You don't see the mighty tree immediately, but trust the process. Growth is happening beneath the surface in ways that will surprise and delight you. Your brain is incredibly adaptive. Scientists call it neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections throughout your life. Every English word you learn creates new pathways. Every conversation you attempt strengthens these connections. Every mistake you make and learn from builds resilience. You're literally rewiring your mind for success, one English experience at a time. This isn't just language learning, it's brain training at the highest level. Here's something beautiful. You don't need perfect conditions to make progress. You don't need absolute silence, unlimited time, or the perfect mood. You just need willingness. The most successful English learners aren't those with perfect circumstances. They're those who find ways to learn despite imperfect circumstances. They study on crowded buses, practice while cooking dinner, listen to podcasts while walking. They make English a part of their life, not separate from it. Remember this truth. Every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker once struggled with basic sentences. Every confident communicator once felt nervous about pronunciation. The famous authors whose books you admire once stared at blank pages, searching for words. The confident speakers you look up to once stumbled through conversations. The only difference between them and someone who gave up is persistence. They kept going when it felt impossible, and that made all the difference. Your accent? It's part of your story, not something to hide. It carries the melody of your heritage, the rhythm of your native tongue. It makes you unique in a world of English speakers. Your mistakes? They're stepping stones, not roadblocks. Each error teaches you something new, guides you toward better understanding. Your pace? It's perfectly yours, and comparison steals joy from your journey. Some flowers bloom in spring, others in summer, but all flowers are beautiful when they bloom in their time. Think about this. Every difficulty you face in learning English is preparing you for success in ways you can't see yet. When you struggle with pronunciation, you're training your mouth muscles and developing patience. When you feel confused by grammar, you're building analytical thinking skills. When you push through fatigue to practice, you're developing discipline that will serve you in every goal you pursue. The struggle is where strength is born. It's where character is built. It's where you discover that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. Every moment you choose to continue despite difficulty is a victory worth celebrating. You're not just learning English. You're proving to yourself that you can overcome any challenge life presents. Embrace where you are while working toward where you want to be. Love the learner you are today while becoming the speaker you'll be tomorrow. Your journey is sacred, your effort is holy, and your progress, no matter how small it seems, is worthy of profound respect and celebration. Here's something that might blow your mind. You're improving every single day, even when you can't see it. Progress in language learning is often invisible until suddenly it becomes undeniable. It's like watching a child grow. You don't notice daily changes, but one day you realize they've become completely different. Your English journey works the same way. Transformation is happening in quiet moments, in ways that will surprise you. Your brain is working behind the scenes, connecting dots, making sense of patterns, and building understanding in ways you're not even aware of. That English podcast you listened to while cooking, your brain was absorbing rhythm and intonation, storing patterns of natural speech. That movie you watched with subtitles, you were training your ear to recognize connected speech, building familiarity with how English really sounds. That article you read, even if you didn't understand every word, your vocabulary was expanding, your brain was cataloging new structures and expressions. Let me share a secret that successful learners know. Tracking progress is a game changer. But I'm not talking about formal tests or complicated systems. I'm talking about celebrating micro victories that happen every day. Did you understand a joke in English for the first time? Victory. Did you think of a word in English before your native language? Victory. Did you catch yourself understanding a conversation without translating? Victory. Did you dream in English? That's your brain telling you that English is becoming part of you. Here's a powerful exercise that will reveal your hidden progress. Record yourself speaking English once a week. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for authenticity. Say whatever comes to mind about your day, your thoughts, your dreams, your fears, your hopes. Talk about what you had for breakfast, describe the weather, share what made you smile today. After a month, listen to your first recording and your most recent one. The difference will astound you. You'll hear confidence building, pronunciation improving, fluency flowing more naturally, and most importantly, you'll hear yourself becoming comfortable with your English voice. Progress also lives in the quiet moments of understanding. It's that split second when you hear an English phrase and immediately know what it means without mental translation. It's when you find yourself nodding along to an English conversation, following the thread of meaning naturally. It's when you discover that you're thinking in English while walking down the street, or when you catch yourself mentally narrating your activities in English. These moments are precious gifts. Acknowledge them, celebrate them, treasure them as proof of your growing mastery. Your vocabulary is expanding in ways you might not notice. Words you learned months ago are now part of your passive understanding, sitting in your mind like trusted friends, ready to be activated when the right moment comes. You might not use them in conversation yet, but they're there, building your comprehension, making reading easier, helping you understand more complex ideas. Trust that everything you've studied is building a foundation that will support your future fluency. Sometimes progress feels like taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You have a great day where everything clicks, followed by a day where nothing seems to work. That's not regression. That's how learning works. Your brain needs time to consolidate information, to make sense of patterns, to build lasting understanding rather than temporary memory. Those moments of seeming confusion are actually your mind organizing knowledge in more sophisticated ways, creating deeper, more permanent learning. Here's something beautiful about language learning. Every mistake you make is teaching you something valuable. When you use the wrong tense, you're learning the boundaries of grammar, understanding how time works in English. When you mispronounce a word, you're training your mouth muscles for better articulation, developing the physical skills of English speech. When you feel confused by an idiom, you're discovering the colorful richness of English expression, the creativity and culture embedded in the language. Your listening skills are developing in layers. First, you catch individual words, then phrases, then sentences, then meaning across sentences, then tone and attitude, then subtle implications and cultural references. Each layer builds on the previous one, and each takes time to develop. You might not notice the progression, but it's happening steadily, naturally, inevitably. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday, not to other learners around you. Everyone's journey is different. Some people have more time to study. Others have different educational backgrounds. Some have more opportunities to practice with native speakers. Others have different language learning experiences. But none of that matters as much as your commitment to showing up consistently for yourself and your goals. Your reading comprehension is growing too. 6 months ago, you might have needed to look up every third word in an article. Now, you might read whole paragraphs and understand the general meaning, even if some words are unfamiliar. This isn't accidental. This is your brain learning to use context to make educated guesses, to focus on meaning rather than getting stuck on individual words. The truth is, progress in language learning is like filling a bucket drop by drop. Each drop seems insignificant, but together they create transformation. Every English word you encounter, every sentence you read, every conversation you attempt, every moment of confusion that turns to clarity, these are drops filling your bucket of fluency. Trust the process, celebrate the drops, and know that your bucket is filling steadily, surely, beautifully. Learning English should feel like an adventure, not a chore. When you shift your mindset from, I have to learn English to, I get to learn English, everything changes. You're not just acquiring a skill. You're unlocking doors to cultures, conversations, and connections that will enrich your life in ways you can't imagine yet. This shift in perspective transforms struggle into exploration, difficulty into discovery, and confusion into curiosity. Think about this incredible fact. You're joining a global community of over 1.5 billion English speakers worldwide. Every word you learn connects you more deeply to this vast network of human experience. You're not just learning grammar. You're learning to participate in the world's conversation. You're gaining access to ideas, stories, innovations, and perspectives from every corner of our planet. This is bigger than language learning. This is joining humanity's greatest ongoing dialogue. Mistakes aren't enemies. They're teachers wearing disguises. Every time you make a mistake and learn from it, you're building resilience and wisdom that extends far beyond English. Native speakers make mistakes too. They use wrong words, forget grammar rules, stumble over pronunciation. The goal isn't perfection, it's communication. When you focus on sharing your thoughts and connecting with others, fluency follows naturally. Your humanity shines through your imperfections, making you more relatable, more authentic, more genuinely connected to others. Here's how to inject more joy into your learning. Follow your curiosity like a compass. Love music? Learn English through songs that move your soul, that make you feel alive. Dive into the poetry of lyrics, the rhythm of language, the emotions that transcend words. Fascinated by cooking? Watch English cooking shows and learn culinary vocabulary while discovering new flavors and techniques. Passionate about technology? Read English articles about innovations that excite you, following your interests while building your language skills. When learning connects to what you love, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like play, like passion, like purpose. Create English moments throughout your day, weaving the language into the fabric of your life. Change your phone's language settings to English and watch how familiar becomes foreign, then familiar again. Talk to yourself in English while doing routine tasks. Describe your morning routine. Narrate your cooking process. Express your thoughts during daily walks. These small integrations make English feel natural rather than foreign, normal rather than imposed. Celebrate every breakthrough, no matter how small it might seem. Did you successfully order food in English without rehearsing? Celebrate. Did you understand a joke in an English movie and laugh at the right moment? Celebrate. Did you help someone with directions in English, becoming useful to another human being? Celebrate. Did you express a complex emotion in English, sharing something real and meaningful? Celebrate. These moments of success fuel motivation for future challenges and remind you that you're becoming who you want to be. Remember that learning English is giving you superpowers that extend far beyond language. You're developing cognitive flexibility, the ability to switch between different ways of thinking. You're building cultural awareness, understanding that there are many valid ways to see the world. You're strengthening communication skills that make you better at expressing yourself in any language. You're training your brain to be more adaptable, more creative, more resilient. These benefits will serve you in every area of your life, making you a better thinker, a better learner, a better human being. Find your English learning tribe, people who understand your journey because they're walking the same path. Share your struggles without shame and your victories without apology. Learn from each other's experiences, strategies, and discoveries. Cheer each other on during difficult days when motivation feels distant. Celebrate together when breakthroughs happen. Community transforms individual effort into collective strength, individual struggle into shared purpose, individual victory into communal joy. Make learning playful and experimental. Try different accents just for fun. Speak like a British detective one day, an American cowboy the next. Create characters and voices that help you practice different aspects of English. Write stories, even silly ones. Sing English songs in the shower. Have imaginary conversations with your favorite celebrities. Play word games, solve English puzzles, tell jokes even if they're terrible. Laughter and play create positive associations with learning that make knowledge stick better and longer. Your English learning journey is preparing you for opportunities you haven't even discovered yet. That job interview you'll ace next year because you can express your ideas clearly and confidently. That friendship you'll form with someone from another continent, bonding over shared interests despite different backgrounds. That confidence you'll feel when traveling, able to navigate new places and connect with local people. That book you'll read that changes your perspective on life. That movie you'll watch without subtitles, fully immersed in the story. All of this is being built through your dedication today. Embrace the messiness of learning. Languages are messy, human, alive. They change, evolve, surprise us. English has borrowed words from hundreds of other languages, creating a beautiful tapestry of human communication. Your English doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to be yours. It needs to carry your thoughts, your personality, your unique way of seeing the world. The goal isn't to sound like someone else, it's to sound like yourself, speaking English. Remember that every moment spent learning English is a gift you give to your future self. You're investing in dreams you haven't dreamed yet, preparing for adventures you haven't imagined, building bridges to people you haven't met. This is sacred work, the work of growth, of expansion, of becoming more than you were yesterday. Approach it with joy, with reverence, with excitement for all the possibilities you're creating. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, speaking English with quiet confidence. Picture the conversations you'll have, the books you'll read, the opportunities you'll pursue, the dreams you'll chase in a language that once felt foreign but now feels like home. This isn't just a dream. It's your inevitable future if you keep moving forward. Every step you take today is building that tomorrow, brick by brick, word by word, conversation by conversation. English isn't just a language. It's a bridge to the world, a key to unlock doors you didn't even know existed. When you speak English, you can connect with a teacher in Canada, sharing educational insights. Share innovative ideas with an entrepreneur in Nigeria building the next great business. Learn from a student in India discovering breakthrough research, or inspire someone in Brazil pursuing their own dreams. You become part of a global conversation that transcends borders, cultures, and limitations. In our interconnected world, English opens professional doors that might otherwise remain closed forever. Companies everywhere are seeking employees who can communicate across cultures, who can think globally while acting locally. Universities value students who can engage with international research, who can contribute to global knowledge and understanding. Entrepreneurs need team members who can build bridges between different markets, different cultures, different ways of thinking. Your English skills are investments in your future success, deposits in the bank of opportunity. But the benefits go deeper than career advancement, deeper than professional success. Learning English is developing your empathy, your curiosity, your understanding of human diversity in all its beautiful complexity. Every new word you learn carries cultural nuances that expand your worldview. Every conversation in English teaches you something profound about humanity, how we think, how we feel, how we express our deepest hopes and fears. You're not just learning vocabulary. You're learning the vocabulary of human experience. Consider the intellectual freedom English provides. You can access scientific research published in international journals, staying current with discoveries that are shaping our world. You can enjoy literature from authors around the globe in their chosen language of expression, reading Hemingway's sparse prose, Shakespeare's timeless poetry, Morrison's powerful narratives. You can follow global news from multiple perspectives, understanding events not just from your local viewpoint, but from many angles. You're not just learning to speak, you're learning to think more broadly, more deeply, more globally. Your bilingual brain is becoming something extraordinary, more creative, more flexible, more adept at complex problem solving. Research shows that people who speak multiple languages are better at multitasking, switching between different tasks with ease. They're more skilled at filtering important information from noise, focusing on what matters most. They're more creative in their thinking, able to see connections that monolingual speakers might miss. These cognitive benefits enhance every aspect of your life, making you better at work, better at relationships, better at navigating the complex world we live in. English is also your key to digital citizenship in the 21st century. The internet largely speaks English, from social media platforms to educational resources to business communications. Programming languages use English keywords, making technical skills more accessible. International online communities communicate in English, opening doors to connections with people who share your interests regardless of where they live. By strengthening your English skills, you're positioning yourself to participate fully in our digital world, to be a creator rather than just a consumer of online content. Think about the ripple effects of your English journey stretching far beyond yourself. When you become fluent, you might teach English to others, sharing the gift you've received and multiplying its impact. You might translate important information for your community, becoming a bridge between languages and cultures. You might become a cultural ambassador in your workplace or social circles, helping others understand different perspectives and ways of thinking. Your English learning journey has the power to impact not just your life, but the lives of countless others. Every challenge you overcome in learning English is building character that extends far beyond language skills. You're developing persistence, the ability to keep going when things get difficult. You're building resilience, the strength to bounce back from mistakes and setbacks. You're cultivating patience, the understanding that meaningful growth takes time. You're nurturing faith, belief in your ability to grow and change and become more than you are today. These qualities will serve you in every goal you pursue throughout your life. Your story is being written with every English lesson, every practice session, every moment of breakthrough, every instance of confusion that becomes clarity. You're not just learning a language, you're becoming the person who speaks it. And that person is brave enough to step outside their comfort zone, determined enough to persist through challenges, wise enough to invest in their future, and generous enough to share their gifts with the world. English is giving you the power to tell your story to the world. Your unique perspective, your cultural background, your individual experiences, all of this becomes accessible to a global audience when you can express in English. You're not losing your identity by learning English. You're expanding it, sharing it, making it available to people who might never otherwise encounter your particular way of seeing the world. The doors that English opens aren't just external, they're internal too. You're discovering capabilities you didn't know you had, confidence you didn't know you possessed, resilience you didn't know you could develop. You're proving to yourself that you can learn anything, overcome anything, become anything you set your mind to become. Your English journey is a testament to human potential, the incredible capacity we all have to grow, to change, to become more than we were. Every word you learn is proof that transformation is possible, that barriers can be overcome, that dreams can become reality through consistent effort and unwavering belief in yourself. As we reach the end of our journey together today, let me share the most important truth about learning English. Your journey is not just about language. It's about discovering the incredible power within you to achieve anything you commit to fully. Every moment you spend learning English is a moment you spend investing in yourself. You're proving that you have the courage to step outside your comfort zone, the wisdom to invest in your future, and the strength to persist when challenges arise. These qualities will transform every area of your life. The beautiful truth about language learning is that it's never just about the language. It's about building confidence, resilience, curiosity, and connection. It's about proving to yourself that growth is always possible, that barriers can be overcome, and that dreams can become reality through consistent action. Your English journey is teaching you one of life's most valuable lessons. Small, consistent actions create extraordinary results. This principle applies to everything: health, relationships, career, personal growth. Master this lesson through English learning, and you master a blueprint for success in life. Remember this: every person who ever achieved fluency in English started exactly where you are now, with a desire to improve and the courage to begin. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is persistence. Keep going, especially when it feels difficult. That's when the real growth happens. You are stronger than you know, more capable than you imagine, and closer to fluency than you think. Trust the process, celebrate your progress, and never, ever give up on yourself. If this message inspired you today, show some love by hitting that like button. It helps other English learners find this content and join our amazing community. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're going to do differently in your English learning journey after listening to this? I read every single comment and love connecting with our epic English Stories family. And if you're ready to make English learning a consistent part of your life, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're here every week with stories, lessons, and motivation to fuel your journey. Remember, your English story is epic, and it's just beginning. Keep writing it one word at a time.